Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jay. Thanks for tuning in for another episode. It was a big week up here at the Ponderosa. The kids actually took them shopping to this big city and we went to the mall. Now if you live up about where I am, when I say we're going to the mall, it really only means going to the one mall that there is in the city, and that's the West Edmonton Mall. If you've ever been there before, you know what I'm talking about. So if you're my age and you grew up around here, you grew up going to the city, going to the mall. And so we went in there, and it's always fun for me, you know, because it's been around for quite a while now. It used to be, I think, the biggest mall in the whole world, but I'm pretty sure somebody built a bigger mall, probably Chinese or something. So anyway, I got a little clip here. We went to mall, and they got the ship there, the replica of Christopher Columbus's boat, I think it was, in life size. And it's pretty cool. We have lots of fun there, so you can get a little glimpse of the mall and some of the people walking around. It's one of the few malls I know of where you can see like a life-size ship parked in the middle of the mall, which is kind of cool. And you can go on it and tour around. And so we went in there and did some shopping, went to Europa Boulevard. It's one of the part of the mall they got designed to kind of look like you're in old Europe, I guess. So that's kind of neat. And then, hey everybody, welcome to the Fix It part of the show. This week I'm going to show you how to take this old lawn tractor seat and make it look silver shiny. Using, you got it, the Fix It special weapon, duct tape. Everybody's got some duct tape. So all you got to do for this pretty simple project day, take that duct tape, make a line on it. Now if you're real fancy, and you want to be real fancy with your seat, you can, I guess you could take it into the upholstery shop. You could get out your ruler and measure all your strips. You could do a fancy, one of them fancy weave patterns with your duct tape, if you're so inclined. But since my lawn tractor is going to be going away for the winter, I want to put it away in the shed so it's all looking fine with that duct tape finish. When you're out there staring at your lawn tractor in the winter wishing you were mowing the lawn instead of shoveling the snow, you can stare at that perfect silver finish. The closest you're going to get to chrome on a lawn tractor seat this side of heaven, I tell you. So we'll keep going on with the show while I work on fixing my lawn tractor seat, and we'll come back in a few and see how I made out. In the winter when the frozen wind blows, you race down the hill like a crazy old crow. Down you go, flat on your back, only to hear the sound of a crack. I sure hope that was the toboggan and not my back. And then we did a little bit of shopping and wandering around the mall, and you know, good old Canadian fashion. If you are going to build a big mall, well, you got to have an ice rink in it so the kids can go skating. Because what else do you need to do when you're at the mall? Then put on your hockey skates and go play a little bit of shinny out on the ice. Hey, if your wife's doing some shopping and looking for a new pair of shoes, it's not a bad way to pass the time. You know, it's a lot easier to slap the puck around than it is to sit in one of them women's lady stores waiting for her to ask you, hey, do I look good in this dress? Or, you know, how do these shoes look? You know, it's a lot safer to go play some hockey with strangers than it is to sit there in the shopping store with your wife sometimes. So then we did some more shopping, and then hey everybody, welcome back. Just putting the finishing touches on my chair. You can see, look at the difference. All crappy to nice and shiny. Now you don't want to skimp out on using the duct tape, because your butt's going to be riding in this lawn tractor chair all summer long. So you want it to look its best, you know, you're saving money already, so use as much duct tape as you feel necessary to hold you in style as you're riding that lawn this summer, you know, putting it away in the shed, looking all great, looking all nice, looking all shiny like a brand new seat. Hey, who isn't gonna wanna sit in that all summer long? Now I use a couple extra rolls of duct tape because, hey, you know, that's the kind of guy I am. You know, if you're gonna do a project, you gotta do it right. So there you go. Preparing your lawn tractor seat, making it look shiny, making it look new. And remember, if you didn't fix it yourself, you probably paid too much. This week with lumber letters, we got a letter from a female viewer. It says, "Dear Jay, love the show so far. Not sure about the beard and hair. You look like you were stranded on a desert island or lost in the woods too long. Thanks, I guess. I have a problem with my husband always trying to fix everything himself, but only making it worse, and it costs more money in the end. How can I get him to just call a professional right away?" Well, why would you call a professional right away? Because like that would cost more money. And who wants to pay more money? And if you're gonna call a professional, then it should be for a real problem. So really, he's just making it worth the professional's time. So if he's gonna give it a go and he's gonna try to fix it, hey, at least he's manning up and gonna break out the tools and do the cheap job and, you know, duct tape it up himself. And if you're gonna call a professional, you might as well make the biggest problem as possible. And that way you're making it worth the professional's time. And if you're gonna have to spend that kind of money, you might as well make a big show of it and it'll be worthwhile in the end. And after all, he doesn't tell you what kind of shoes to buy or, you know, what kind of dress to wear. So it kind of evens out in the end. Anyway, until next week, hope to hear from more viewers. Then I came back to the boat here and I stood by the bridge. And if you're not familiar with the mall, one of the things that always kind of cracks me up when we go into the city is there's more people that work for the mall. That's not in the stores, that's not the people in the mall shopping, just for the mall itself. The people cleaning up the garbage, mopping the floors, that kind of business. There's more people working for that mall than there is who live in my hometown. So it kind of shows you the size of the mall. So if you watch the clip real close, there's more people probably shopping in this mall than there is in all my hometown, which is kind of cool and a little bit overwhelming. If you're not a big people person like me, not a big fan of crowds, try to go to the mall on days when nobody's around. Well, as much as nobody can be around a big mall. Also, if you live up here in the woods with me, you also know that we're a big fan of indoor malls because, hey, if you're gonna go shopping, you gotta go somewhere where you don't gotta, you know, schlep around in your big winter boots and 40 pounds of winter gear. You can just drive to the mall that's 10 blocks long and pretend for a few hours that it's still summertime, it's nice outside. You can even go to the wave pool, put your swimming shorts on and think, hey, I'm at the beach. That's the kind of malls we build up north to fool ourselves into thinking winter ain't that bad and it ain't that long. So until next time, keep the shiny side up. See you next week.